Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time stopping by, please do consider hitting that subscribe button and also turning your notifications on, becoming a part of the Morgan Shay Notify gang by turning your notification bell on for all of the notifications. Tonight we are going to be talking about Kanye West and the situation that has blown up over social media between him, Pete Davidson, Billie Eilish, Kid Cudi. The list goes on and it seems to be getting deeper and deeper and deeper. You guys really wanted my take on the situation, and so I figure that this is the perfect opportunity. So tonight we are going to be discussing Kanye West and basically his media frenzied divorce and what my thoughts are on the situation. If you are interested in this video, please continue watching. Also keep in mind that on Thursday there will be a story time uploaded, and it is one that you guys voted for yourself. The story that you guys chose is this one right here. It is a true story. It's not going to be clickbait. So be sure that you do tune in on Thursday to hear all about that situation. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's video.
2, 3, let's switch this up.
All right, y'all. So for the article that I'm going to be referencing in today's video is going to be on the screen. It is a Vanity Fair article, and I will also have it linked down below in the description box. A lot of the posts that we're going to be discussing in today's video have been deleted. The title of this article is Kanye West goes on Civil War themed meme rampage against Kid Cudi, Billie Eilish, and Pete Davidson, then deletes everything. By the way, if you do see me looking down, obviously I'm reading this article with you guys. Kanye West, also simply as Ye, took to his Instagram Saturday night and let loose against his former creator Kid Cudi, uploading memes pitting himself against Pete Davidson as two opponents in a Marvel-style civil war. Sunday morning, he deleted nearly everything from his account, leaving only one image, a collage of his kids with Kim Kardashian, with the caption, quote, "God, please bring our family back together," end quote. This article does show a photo of this collage, and this is going to be a running theme as far as the font goes. With Kanye, he has used all caps in all of his posts. Also, he deleted everything off of his Instagram after all of this and just left this one post. And we're going to discuss my final thoughts in the end. We're just going to get through the article first. But I don't see anything wrong with this post. Since the first publication of this article, West has uploaded new aggressive images to his Instagram. Updates to this story are made at the end. The night of immature social media use began with the internationally known recording artist and future presidential candidate informing his followers that Kid Cudi would not be heard on his forthcoming album Donda 2. Quote, "Just so everyone knows, Cudi will not be on the Donda because he's friends with you-know-who," end quote, West wrote, using all caps in what looked like black marker on an index card. In this since-deleted post, he continued, quote, "We all speak in Billie language now," end quote, a reference to Billie Eilish, another artist on the receiving end of West's current ire. We will get to that in a moment. As spotted by the @comments by celebs Instagram account, The Wind Beneath All Our Wings, Kid Cudi responded to Kanye's message with strong words of his own. Quote, "Too bad I don't want to be on your album, you fucking dinosaur, ha ha ha," crying laughing emoji. "Everyone knows I've been the best thing about your album since I met you. I'ma pray for you, brother. 2 fingers, peace emoji." Down here you can see where comments by celebs did show the original post that Kanye West shared. Again, this does look like to me that it was written on notebook paper. It's not giving index card. It's giving very much notebook paper, like he was maybe writing in a journal maybe or something. And again, it says exactly what we just said. Just so everyone knows, Cudi will not be on Donda because he's friends with you-know-who. We all speak in Billie language now. And there you can see Kid Cudi's reply to that on Instagram. The quote, "You know who," end quote, that Kanye refers to is most certainly Pete Davidson, the Saturday Night Live star and current boyfriend of West's soon-to-be officially ex-wife Kim Kardashian. Cudi and Davidson have been pals for years and were photographed with West and Timothy Chalamet by Kim Kardashian at Cudi's 35th birthday party at Nobu, Malibu. A happy image from this event, which resurfaced into one of the Wrath, turned black and white with a harsh red X during West's angry uploading spree. This is the original image here. I'll have it put on the screen that Kim Kardashian posted onto Twitter on January 31st of 2019 at 2:24 a.m. This is that original post. West continued Saturday night uploading more images to Instagram, one of which aped Marvel's Civil War poster. On one side is Ye alongside Drake, his current gal pal Julia Fox, Travis Scott, and Future. Across are Davidson, Kardashian, Cudi, Eilish, and longtime object of West's obsession, Taylor Swift. As the caption, West wrote, quote, "The internet has still not found a decent picture of Skeet," end quote, which some theorize is his nickname for the couple Kim and Pete, with a little vulgarity thrown in the mix. So if you look here and you press expand, it says Kanye West Civil War. It does have the Marvel logo. It says, "United we stand, divided we fall." On one side is Kanye West, Drake, so on and so forth. On the other side, when you click expand, you can see that Pete Davidson, Kim Kardashian, the list goes on and on. Cudi, Billie Eilish, Taylor Swift. I mean, again, everything that I'm going to say is going to tie into my final thoughts, so we're just going to continue reading the article. Then uploaded a second, even more crudely photoshopped image pitting the two, quote, teams against one another. A few hours later, he changed the topic with a screenshot quoting LVMH CEO Bernard Arnault about extending his brand into metaverse and NFTs. Kid Cudi first signed with Kanye's Good Music label in 2007, and the two have been closely intertwined ever since. There has been static between them over the years, but also great camaraderie. West called Cudi, quote, "the most important artist of the past 10 years, most influential," end quote, from a Houston stage in 2016. How Billie Eilish got mixed up into all this is something the 20-year-old singer is surely wondering herself. Last week in Atlanta, the performer halted a show when she spotted someone in the audience who looked to be unwell. She directed the security to the person in the inhaler, and while calming the crowd down, said, quote, "I wait for people to be okay before I keep going," end quote. This message was interpreted by West to be a slap against his pal Travis Scott, whose Astroworld show last year featured a crowd surge that led to the death of 10 people. This is a true story, okay? We've talked about this. I think that that is a horrendous situation, and I think that Kanye's reply to Billie, which we're going to read here in just one moment, is repulsive. West then raged on Instagram in a post deleted before this latest round of deletions, demanding an apology from Eilish and threatening to pull out of his Coachella show if she did not do so. Quote, "Come on, Billie, we love you. Please apologize to Trav and to the families of the people who lost their lives. No one intended for this to happen, and Trav didn't have any idea of what was happening when he was on stage and was very hurt by what happened. Trav will be with me at Coachella, but now I need Billie to apologize before I perform," end quote. I'm sorry, but that's gaslighting. I'm sorry, but that's gaslighting. That is and that's also pitting your fans against her fans. And now they're in a battle, which a lot of Billie's fans are young people. This is one of the I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to start yelling yet. Okay, we're going to get through it. Eilish responded with restraint, writing, quote, "Literally never said a thing about Travis. Was just helping a fan," end quote, which I think was very grown of her. And I think she was very mature in her response. People were demanding a response. Media was demanding a response. Her fans were demanding a response. His fans were demanding a response. It became a circus. It became talked on news stations and everything else about Kanye West calling out Billie Eilish. A lot of people were talking about how this just is now a new, younger artist that he is now bullied. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that in my final thoughts. In between the Eilish exchange and Saturday night's cascade of memes, West attended a screening of the Netflix documentary about himself, Genius. In lieu of Julia Fox, he was accompanied by Shay Jones, who has been called, quote, Kim Kardashian's clone, end quote, by the Daily Mail. Dated. Alas, Kanye's period of calm did not last long. Since the article was first published, the performer has made numerous new inflammatory uploads to his Instagram. The first is an out-of-context close-up text with caption that with the happening between he and Kid Cudi is bigger than music, end quote. Another appears to be him mocking Davidson's style of dress, then calling him a, quote, dickhead, and, quote, Hillary Clinton's ex-boyfriend. A later upload looks to be another movie poster parody, but with the caption suggests that West's war is far bigger than any movie. It makes comments against someone named Bob, perhaps former Disney head Bob Iger, or maybe his successor, Bob Chapek. It adds that, quote, no one's ever heard a Machine Gun Kelly song, end quote. This is going to lead us into what happens next. West also uploaded a 2-slide Instagram, one of Davidson clowning around with Machine Gun Kelly, and then a close-up of what appears to be a text exchange with Davidson. Quote, no, you will never meet my children, end quote, reads the caption. Start with the God, please bring my family back together, and the collage of Kim Kardashian with the kids. My thoughts when it comes to this. Number one, obviously, all of this is becoming a media frenzy, but if this were just like someone that you followed on Facebook doing the same thing, like, I'm sure somebody might say, oh, wow, like they're really going through it, but it wouldn't be the situation like we're in right now, where everyone's reporting about it, everyone's talking about it, it's a whole thing. That because it is Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, that it is a bigger thing, and that, I mean, that's just obvious. But we do have to remember that there are kids involved, and anytime that you go through a divorce, if you've ever been through one, which I have, then you know that you feel like your world is just completely gone. You feel like everything that you had planned for yourself is now completely erased and it will never be the same. And I know that that's really dark, but that is how you think when going through divorce. I couldn't imagine going through a divorce that involved children. That just brings it to a whole other level. And Kim has no other children with anyone else. And Kanye doesn't have children with anyone else. So I think that that also brings this to another level. So with this in particular post, I think that it would just be better if everyone just let him live. You know, just let him have this post. Next up, let's talk about Kid Cudi. Now, I think that this right here is just petty. You know, in the words of Swoop, okay, if this were Swoop doing this video, I think that she would definitely take this one to Petty University, because, you know, this is, you know, like guilty by association. Like, because you are close with Pete Davidson and Pete Davidson is your best friend, now you can no longer be on my tour. Now, was Kid Cudi's response to Kanye petty as well? 1,000%. And I think that goes without saying. I think the best thing that Cudi could have done in this situation was just, and however, Kanye's fans make that impossible. We've seen with Billie Eilish and anyone else who has been involved in this situation, if they keep their mouths closed, eventually they're just like targeted by Kanye's fans. And we'll talk about this in a minute. A lot of this is brought on by Kanye himself and how he called out his fans for help, if you can call it that, or actually more of a target on Pete and Kim later. Okay, guys, so I do just want to mention that Kanye did call out to his fans that if they seen Kim and Pete in public, to yell at them and let them know that it was going to be Kanye and Kim forever. Also, since uploading this, this is another post that Kanye has uploaded to his Instagram saying, "I've learned that using all caps makes people feel like I'm screaming at them. I'm working on my communication. I can benefit from a team of creative professionals, organizers, mobilizers, and community leaders. Thank everybody for supporting me. I know sharing screenshots was jarring and came off as harassing Kim. I take accountability. I'm still learning in real time. I don't have all the answers. To be a good leader is to be a good listener." So basically just popping in here to say that there is this update. However, he did not say for his fans not to yell at Kim and Pete if they were to be seen out in public together, which is still an issue. And I do think that that is something that Kanye does need to say because his fans are very protective of him. The target that I am more interested in speaking on is Billie Eilish, because this gave me very much him stealing, like him going crazy and going up on stage when Taylor Swift was accepting her award and like going all on like, oh, Beyonce should have had this award. This is Beyonce's award. Like, it's giving very much that. And because a lot of people are saying this as well, because Billie Eilish is very young, it's giving very much concern, because why do you have it out for her? Because she was looking out for one of her fans. And why do you not realize the like huge concern that there is around Astroworld? And I laugh as a coping mechanism. I hope that you can understand that. There is nothing funny about what happened at Astroworld. What happened at Astroworld is more than Trav, you know, he just didn't blah, blah, blah. No, there is no excuse that can grant it that. If Billie Eilish is on stage in front of God only knows how many fans and can tell that one fan needs a fucking inhaler, and you're trying to tell me that Travis Scott couldn't see, allegedly, a huge rage going on in the crowd?
Stop it. Get some help.
Hello? Hello? I thought that was God.
What the fuck? Okay. Let's talk about the Civil War poster. Let's talk about that. I find a lot wrong with this. Number one, because the people in this photo didn't consent to it. And we talked about this when it came to Dramageddon 1. Did everyone in Dramageddon 1 photo consent to it? Yes. Did everyone in Dramageddon 1 consent to Gabriel Zamora's tweet? No. However, everyone in Dramageddon 1 was taken down one by one, by one, by one, by one. They were all taken down until it was a huge shit fire. The thing about it is that, like, sure, you have your friend group, and I guess you're calling these other people are not even necessarily Kim Kardashian's friend group. You have her boyfriend, and you have Kid Cudi, who is best friends with her boyfriend. Then you have Billie Eilish, who in all actuality did nothing fucking wrong. She helped a fan. In what fucking washed up world, Kanye, do you have a problem with a artist helping a fucking fan? Since when, in what fucking universe, do we then send our fans to pressure a young artist to come onto social media and tweet out an apology to Travis? What the fuck? We don't owe Travis a goddamn thing. Nothing. I don't owe him spit on his fire. I don't owe him shit. Like, what the fuck? Absolutely not. That right there is the one part that gets me so irate. Because in this entire situation, up until this point, When the Billie Eilish stuff happened, that's what really fucking pissed me off, because she was looking out for a fan. Never once did she mention Travis Scott. Nothing like that. She was helping a fucking fan. But what this does speak is volumes. And it does give us a little bit of insight, because allegedly the whole thing all along with Astro World was that Travis couldn't see because of the lights and all this. You can't see a whole fucking riot, but this one girl can see one other person in her audience. And you know how big Billie Eilish's fan group is. You can only imagine how big this concert was. If I can find out, I'll put it on the screen exactly how many people were there. She can point out one person who needed an inhaler. One person. Not a mass amount of people in a riot. One person. And you, Kanye, sent your people to go demand an apology. You did that to another young artist. This is now 2 artists that you've done this to. Shame on you. Shame on you. Aside from that, and the rest of this is another situation where it's okay for the man to move on, but the woman, no. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. When you're going through a divorce or a breakup, it is very, very emotional. A lot of emotions are involved, and it causes you to do and say things that maybe you might not mean, or you might mean them, but it might not be something that you would typically put on social media. Do I think Kanye West cares to put it on social media? Absolutely not. We have seen Kanye West share all of his opinions over the years on social media and not give 2 single fucks about it. And I have a secondary theory that I'm gonna mention at the end, but I do really think that people do need to give Kanye a little bit of the break, and the media does need to back off a little bit and stop feeding into this so much. And if his fans are truly, truly fans of his, they need to just give him a minute. Obviously, he is going through hurt. He is going through heartbreak. And I think that this media frenzy is making it much, much worse. Matter of fact, in this morning's post that he put on Instagram, that's what he pleaded for, was for social media to just step back and give his family like a break. How MGK, Machine Gun Kelly, who I'm going to continue to refer to as MGK, got involved in this entire mix. Okay, so as you probably know, unless you've been under a rock, which if so, welcome back, Kourtney Kardashian is engaged to Travis Barker. One of Travis's best friends is MGK. And that, I'm sure, is how MGK came into the mix. I'm sure that's how all of this got together, because he hangs out with Travis. Megan Fox and Kourtney Kardashian have been hanging out a lot because their boyfriends, now fiancés, hang out a lot. And that is now probably going to incorporate Kim Kardashian into the mix with Pete Davidson, Machine Gun Kelly, and Travis Barker. I think that just, whatever, man, you know, but bringing him into it and saying that no one has ever heard of an MGK song, huh? The most concerning post, in my opinion. Aside from the Billie Eilish stuff, I want to talk about the MGK and Pete Davidson photo of them in underwear on a couch, like a funny photo, followed by actual text messages, from what we understand allegedly, between him and Pete Davidson. I was able to find those texts. They're going to be on the screen, and we are going to try to read them. This is what you are able to read. I'm going to put a picture of this on the screen. Again, where I was able to find this photo is from In Touch Weekly. That will be linked below. And of course, it all comes from Kanye West's Instagram. Here is the letter D. You as a man, I'd never get, I'm assuming, in the way of your children. It's a promise. How you guys, I'm assuming, are about raising your kids is your, I'm assuming, business and not mine. I do hope that one day, I'm assuming, I can meet them and we can all be friends, is what I'm assuming that this text says. Again, this text right here was followed by him saying, you know, you will never meet my kids. I want to talk about this because it's it's a double-edged sword, right? Because we do have to consider the hurt that Kanye is going through. But at the same time, there's been a lot of talk about him and this Julia Fox person being in a relationship, open relationship or not, doesn't matter. It's not the point. It doesn't matter who's moved on and who hasn't. That's not the point. When a divorce happens, it is up to each individual person when is the right time for me to move on. We do not know the insides and out of Kanye and Kim's relationship. We do not know what it's been like to be in that relationship. We do know that Kim filed for divorce in February of last year. We don't know how long, what led up to that. How long has it been? We know that Kanye was basically living in other states, wasn't really there. We know all of this. It was on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Kim was very vocal about not wanting to move to Montana, that Kanye was in Montana at this ranch, whatever. We know that they've been on the rocks. You could see that in Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and that's all we know. We know what they shared with us, which was mostly on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, until Kanye has taken all of this to social media. Kim can move on whenever she wants. Is it fair for her? And let's be honest here. Let's put aside whether we like Kim, whether we like Kanye. Let's put all that aside, whether you hate them. Put it aside for a minute and think about this. It's none of Kanye's business anymore when she moves on with someone. However, does he have a say in who gets to meet his children? To an extent. If there was some type of reason that was valid, aside from just pure jealousy and pure just animosity because he's hurt, there would have to be some type of, provable information as to why it would be an unsafe situation for his children to be around Pete. I don't know who could look at this text and take it any other way than him being a respectful man, a grown man about it, reaching out to Kanye and asking his permission. I don't think that Pete would have sent this text without Kim's consent or knowledge. We don't know that, again. But even still yet, I do think that this was the courteous thing to do. I do think that it was very grown what Pete did, and I do think that it was very petty, again, what Kanye did. I think that it's going to take Kanye a while to realize that what is meant to be will be, what is not meant to be will not. And no matter what you do and how you try to alternate the stars and realign them in your way, if it's not meant to be, it will not be. You guys heard my opinion, but I'm really curious to know what your guys' opinion is. Let me know down in the comment section below. And remember to be nice. Do not send any hate to anyone that was mentioned in this video. That was not the purposes of this video. The purpose of this video was just to give my personal opinion, as you guys have been requesting my opinion. Also, do keep in mind that every single thing mentioned in today's video was alleged and also my own personal opinion, and it is your job to come up with your own opinion and conclusion. Be sure that before you leave that you do subscribe to the channel, and also come back around on Thursday if you would like to see a story time. If you would like to vote on story times, we do lives Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays starting at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time until whenever we feel. And on Sundays, we vote on the following week's story time. Again, I already shared with you guys that this is going to be this week's story time. So if you're excited, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget before you leave to go follow me over on TikTok. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm on the road to 1,000 and we are so super close. And I would love it if you would come follow me over there. Also, if you would like to support this channel, there are links to my PayPal and my Cash App down below. I would love for you to support the channel. And when we hit 1,000, I'm going to be sending out thank you bags to everyone who supported me. And thank you all for hanging out with me on this Tuesday. And until the very next time. Bye.